Well, this is another series that's been sponsored by one of my patrons, Alice. Familiar name, always has good recommendations. And it's always sunny in Philadelphia, as you can see from the title. Yeah, be down here. I can never remember. It's not one of these series that lasted a quiet 16 fucking seasons. Jesus Christ. Is it just me, or is like every TV show last all these fucking seasons now? Is that it? That's not just me, right? There's so many damn seasons of everything now. Like, Seinfeld back in the day, like 9 seasons was a lot for a sitcom. Like, I remember most of my favorite sitcoms lasted 3 or 4, maybe 5. I mean, Family Ties was one of my favorite ones. I guess what was that? Different Strokes. That maybe lasted 9 seasons, something like that. We didn't really keep track back then the way we do now. But it just didn't seem like they were on forever, like for over a decade. And now, like every series, especially the sitcoms, seem like they really last a long fucking time. Like Cheers lasted 9, and Frasier lasted 11 or some shit. Because I know somebody was talking about that actor had played the same character in both series for 20 straight years. Like that's not even acting at that point. Like you're not, you haven't created and crafted and developed a character over 20 years in a fucking sitcom. You're not an actor. Fortunately, I've seen him in other things, and he is a good actor. But that it just at some point it's like, man, would you please, for the love of God, do something else? None of this is about this show specifically, but I am curious. It's be very interesting to see. I've been booked to do the first full season for sure. We'll see what happens after that. But it's going to be very interesting to see the genesis of something that lasts for another 15 fucking years, man. 15 more seasons after this one. What happened in these first 7 episodes of this first season to create the foundation for something that's going to last so long? That's kind of what I'm obsessed with. And is it just what I'm talking about, where all these series now, the inertia of these series have lasted for so damn long? Or is it this series specifically? Is it the quality? Is there some part of this series, that like maybe like was it Danny DeVito's in this? If he stays old time, like that'll be interesting, and that could be why you'd have longevity. If he's actually producing this, I'm sure somebody of Danny DeVito's stature, no pun intended, is involved in a series for any amount of time, he's going to be producing. So he could keep the lights on by himself. He's that powerful in Hollywood, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe he just wants to do it, and they just kept renewing it because he wants to do it, and it's that simple. I don't know. But nothing more to dwell on here. Just, I find it interesting that if you'd asked me, Always Sunny, yes, I'd heard of Always Sunny. If you'd asked me how long it lasted, maybe we should do this game from moving forward. Without me looking into it, because I had to see how many seasons there were, because I was trying to find a way to like access this series. And everywhere you go, it tells you exactly how many seasons there are. If you'd asked me, I would have said 7 or 8 seasons. And this lasted twice that long, so that's just kind of interesting. All right, well, as you can see, these are going to be full reactions. You know the drill. We're going on one, and we're going from the very beginning of the episode. 3, 2, 1. So is this about acting? That's interesting. The first few minutes, the guy who did Vince Gilligan, the guy who did Breaking Bad, um, he was talking about how in the first 5 minutes, the first 5 to 6 minutes of an episode, the audience is the most open. So you need to come strong in that first 5 or 6 minutes. So far, it's not grabbing me, but this it's only like what are we 2 minutes into it. I'm assuming these are going to be the 4 main characters. If not, they're wasting a hell of an opportunity. Maybe main 5. You just never know. Anything goes, because I literally, the only thing I know about this entire series, the only person I know that's in it is Danny DeVito. I don't know jack shit about anything else. In fact, I think if they do a theme song where they show faces and stuff, I'm going to look away because I don't even want to know, at least for the pilot, who's a major player and who isn't. Because I'm completely mystified. Ready to look away. Maybe they won't do it. The gang gets racist. Well, we're off to a great start. Okay, I won't look at the names. I don't want to recognize somebody's name and then know they're going to be in it. Fortunately, I don't know who the hell Charlie Day is. Still doing names? No, they're talking about creator. Okay. That's pretty good. They didn't have a bunch of faces. We'll see if they keep that energy in future episodes. I've seen this guy. Wasn't he in Lost for a couple episodes? He played Aldo or something. Yes. Shut the hell up. You can't say fuck me, I guess. Yeah, network TV. No, you can't. I'm surprised you can say the N word. It'd be interesting if Aldo is actually a regular in this series because, like I said, he's famous for a couple episodes of Lost. He's the one that Kate was going to shoot him in the leg if he didn't give up the keys. And then later he comes back and he's all mad about that happening. So I would say season 3 and season 5 was when we saw him. No, season 6. Sure you did. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah. Yeah, no shit. 15 years ago, when would this have been? Did the series just end this year? So we're saying earliest this would have been was 2006. So this was either 2006, 2007. Earliest this could have been, I mean. This- Holy shit. I'm just saying it's like maybe this wasn't a network show. Don't want to drink the stem. Um, Maybe this wasn't network TV because the way they use in the M bomb, man, like that just doesn't feel like network TV to me. I don't actually know where this aired. If it aired on like the FX channel, anything goes at that point. But anyway, I was saying like there's just something naive about the writing that tells me this is a long time ago. It's like 16, 17, 18 years ago. It's almost like if you're watching 90s sitcoms. There's just a different energy. There's a naivete and a lack of sophistication, shall we say? That I've noticed so far. Plus, there's a shocking lack of Danny DeVito in this so far. Yeah, the fuck you looking at? We're not off to a good start here. Having all kinds of production issues. First, it froze up, and as it was freezing up, I noticed that the subtitles were wrong, so I had to resize the browser, get the subtitles right, and everything. So I get everything right, get all set up, start playing it again, start reacting again. 9 minutes into doing that, I realized I wasn't fucking recording. So for the next 8 9 minutes, like I've already seen this shit. Not a good start. But to be fair, it hasn't been great. Like the show has not been good, and maybe I could pick up on some things that having watched it twice in a row back to back. This part here where they start wrestling around on the ground, that made me laugh. That was actually funny. And like I said the first time, a little bit of slapstick. Slapstick's always going to make me laugh. Like you can almost never go wrong with physical comedy because the other writing is so far has been really weak. And I'm sure like for it to last 16 seasons, I gotta believe the writing gets better. What I can't figure out is this a product of the time? This being 15 years ago, because I saw the reveal where it's like it becomes a gay bar and all that stuff, and again I wasn't. You didn't lose anything because I haven't really laughed at any of their jokes so far, other than when they start rolling around here in a minute. But like I said, you can't go wrong with slapstick. Okay, I didn't pick up on this first time. I was talking about some bullshit. This is actually good. I'm glad I rewatched this. He's obsessed with her. He's getting called it. That's why they were fighting. I didn't pick up on this first time. Interesting. He pulls out her picture and he also gets a number. See, this shit here is funny. The way they're reacting to it. Like I said, if all this fails and you feel like your script isn't strong enough, throw in some physical comedy, some actors who will do anything because they are digging at each other's butts, right? Yeah. This is good stuff. So this part right here, this is working. This is good. But see, the actors are committed. That is one thing I can say that's good about this show. I'm looking for good things to say because the writing is so fucking weak, right? But the actors are good. These two actors specifically, and then the other actor, the promoting guy, he's really good. I'm not sure about the chick yet. She hasn't had enough to do yet. And this guy, I'm not sure. They haven't been given enough to do. But those other three guys I mentioned, they commit so well. They rise up the level of the material. This is a good point, by the way. As I made the point I made the first time was, people used to sit there in your living room, make you look at their photo albums. You literally didn't give a shit. But yeah, this guy's really good. Oh, I see. Because later she talks about she has a big crush on him. Now I'm picking up on that body language. See, there is some value to like this egregious fuck up I did a couple minutes ago. Always look at the timer to make sure you're recording, man. Just telling you. But I love that they were doing body language. I didn't pick up on that the first time either because she has a crush on him. She tells him later, right? That's why she's like pressed right here, right? That's why she's upset because she keeps trying to hit on him and he ain't doing it, man. Because he's gay and she doesn't know that. And the way he's looking at him here, right? Like, it's all there. I didn't pick up on any of this until like about another 30 seconds when they talk about he's making twice as many tips as her. That's when I realized what was happening. Yeah. Right here. Yeah, right there. Right here, and I realized I was looking at the clientele. I was like, this is when I realized what was going on. I realized it before he did, anyway. But it's like if you watched sitcoms in the '90s, it was all like there was a lot of punching down. There was all like gay jokes and trans jokes and gender. Of course, jokes are always going to be there. But that's why this feels. So I can't tell is it a product of the time or the writer's just that bad. But this got greenlit, you know. The pilot usually is the strongest episode. Usually, what you'll see is the second episode of a series or the third episode of a sitcom will be bad. Like the writing will be bad because the pilot usually is one of the stronger episodes of the first season. Look at I've actually read the pilot to the script for the pilot episode of How I Met Your Mother. Strong, very strong script, all the way through. So it tells me that this is just a product of times, not that the writers are trash. Because it got greenlit, right? This script was strong enough to get greenlit. Unless they have some monster name attached like Danny DeVito, which maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's in something else. He's in some other sitcom. Yeah, man. Physical assault. Jesus. Lock her ass up. And that's how you confirm he's gay by assaulting him? Like, Jesus. See, that's a good joke. That's one of the first writing jokes I've laughed at. That's a good one. Yes, they are. Smash cut. Yep. Goddamn right. I've seen it before. But, Okay, I'm starting to pick up on the premise here. It's a bar comedy. These two people own the bar. One of them is a strong actor. The one on the left, we're not seeing much of so far. Phrasing. I said that the first time today. We're about at the point where I realized what the fuck I did. Man, I was hot. I was really pissed off. It's a good thing I wasn't recording. I hate wasting time. I hate duplicating my work. When I write a chapter, if I lose a chapter somehow, like the computer crashes and it doesn't save, I'll give up on a book. I've done it before. But yeah, this must have been the point because I think we're all in the new shit now. Okay, so from here on out, I'm unspoiled. But I fucking hate duplicating my work, man. I cannot express to you how much I hate it, just with a passion. And nobody loves doing the same shit twice, right? But for me, it's like it's right up there, man. Like if the computer was to suddenly crash and I would lose this same material again, I would fucking quit the series. Like Alice would be pissed, but I'm just telling you, man. Like that's how much this angers me. Like like it just. But I'll stop dwelling on it and focus on the actual fucking show. I'm just saying, like it's just we're not off to a good start. Yeah, yeah. The only two, so he's a bartender and she's like a waitress or something or another bartender. No, actually, yeah, they're both bartenders. Two owners, two bartenders. I think we've got the whole dynamic set up now. That's right, bitch. Yeah. So, you goddamn right. If you don't like it, quit, motherfucker. We're trying to get paid over here. What, at the same bar? The bar you own? Oh, good idea. Yeah, in the middle of the day? What are you, a fucking animal? She wants alcohol, dude. You brought your date to, I assume, an ex girlfriend? Oh, okay, I see. I guess I didn't remember. Right, oh, I see. Okay, yeah, 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 I remember now. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I see. What's happening, man? Wow. You really are the worst person ever. I would like to have seen that. They didn't have the money for the stunt. They didn't have the money for the stunt. That's what that was. He's trying to get paid, man. Then quit, motherfucker. Because they can smell asshole. And, that didn't really, phrasing, that didn't really come out right. But you know what I mean. They can sense assholeness. You're a dick. They really are leaning into this whole leopard, Irish thing, aren't they? Wow, that's very harsh. Very harsh. So what? She getting blackout drunk. He wakes up with two actors pretending like they had sex last night. Is that what they're doing? Is that how it works? No, no, no. Here's how it goes. You put the lime in the coconut. Dot dot dot. Watch my fucking mic not be working. Levels. Okay. Jesus. At least something's going right here. It's hard to criticize a show for being incompetent when I've been very, very incompetent during this reaction. Like, balls dropped all over the place. Another thing actors can either do or can't do is act drunk. I've seen a lot of terrible acting drunks. This guy's good because they overdo it, right? Like most of the time, you've seen me be very drunk. This that my famous reaction from Better Call Saul was like that. But most of the time, it's over the top. Oh, they got the condoms there and shit. Saw this one coming from a mile away. Go ahead and reveal it's a dude. Come on, you know. We know what you're gonna do. It took you around the world and back, and it didn't take 80 days. Hope they got well paid, day rate at least. A dartboard in a fucking bar is never a good idea, by the way. Somebody getting stabbed in the eye. Status quo is God. He's invested some money in this promotion. Now you're rejecting. Sweet D, that's her name, huh? Oh, she's crazy, huh? Yeah, that's right. Kick his ass. Kick his ass. What a train wreck. That's gonna go for his doctor bills for his ass kicking again. Hope you run your business into the fucking ground. Fuck him. Yeah, as if we didn't remember. Yeah, we know. Well, that was terrible. That's just. I'm not going to look up, man. I cannot tell you how strong the urge is for me to look up if Danny DeVito is in this shit or not. Am I crazy? Did he produce it and come in to act later? Or am I thinking of an entirely different series? Like, what is going on? It's so crap. I was every minute I was expecting him to walk in. He's knocking on the door to take the woman to a date. I was expecting Danny DeVito to answer. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to let that go because I don't know what the hell that's all about. But they got 6 more chances to impress me. Pilots are rough. First seasons of series are rough. The first season of Star Trek Next Generation was fucking terrible. It had its moments. It had some good episodes. But then it also had fucking black slime killing motherfuckers and shit. So it's just awful. The Naked Now or whatever was the second episode. The first episode after the pilot, you went there. You did that. So fucking stupid. But yeah, a lot of X-Files first season was rough. A lot of first seasons are rough. Not everything can be Community or Bojack Horseman just comes out the gates. Boom! Plus, it was a different era of television back then. You had more time, you know? But maybe it's just a product of the time. I don't know. But this one was not working for me. We'll see what happens in the next episode.